In the year 2000, the Global Campaign for Education started working towards achieving the Education for All goals by 2015. Interventions put in place aimed at achieving the Millennium Development Goals 2 and 3, which are centered on education. As part of measures to augment government's efforts towards achieving the goals, some Christian NGOs in education decided to work in a programmatic cooperation, thus leading to the establishment of Alliance for Strengthening Education in Ghana, ASEG. ASEG is a non-governmental and non-profit-making network organization seeking to create change for improved learning outcomes at the basic school level in underserved communities in Ghana, particularly northern Ghana. Joseph Kwame Wumbe is the board chairman of ASEG.
As a result of our recognition that as individual organizations, yes, we could make a contribution to improving education in Ghana. However, our impact would be greater if we collaborated and worked together with other organizations that had the same objective. Consequently, we came together in order to be able to work together to bring about synergy as well as greater impact in the education sector in Ghana.
Alliance for Strengthening Education in Ghana, ASEG, shares the conviction that education is a complex system with interdependent dimensions influencing each other in different ways, and that it is only when the various dimensions and how they interplay with each other are identified, addressed, and well coordinated will change come about. In order to create that change and remedy the current poor state of basic education in the country, particularly northern Ghana, and move quality basic education beyond mere rhetoric, ASEG, in collaboration with educants, has come up with the Star School model. Abu Emmanuel Musa is the program coordinator of ASEG.
If we are talking about quality education, there are a number of things that must come together for us to achieve quality. So under the Star School model, we see the school as having 5 dimensions, 5 parts. And we think that if we want to improve access and quality, then we should identify these 5 parts and give attention to each of these parts. And that is why we have come out with this model, Star School. And the 5 dimensions that make up the star are: 1, learning environment; 2, the learner; 3, the teacher; 4, school management; and 5, community and parents' involvement in education. These are the 5 points of the star, and we think that each of these points should be given the needed attention. And when this has been done, we are going to have very good schools producing children or graduates that we can be proud of and who can transition to second cycle and to other areas or levels of learning. So this is what the Star School stands for.
These 5 dimensions of a school, which must be considered together in designing an education improvement plan. When these dimensions are addressed together in a coordinated fashion and stakeholders play their roles respectively, then systems will work, leading to improved learning outcomes. because of the important contribution of each component and their complementaries, coupled with the fact that they embrace every aspect of the school. The Star School model has interventions to raise or maintain each at a level that it makes the most contribution. Alliance for Strengthening Education in Ghana, ASEG, started with a model on a pilot basis in 10 basic schools, 8 primary and 2 JHS schools in East Mamprusi and Tamale in 2012-2013 academic year. ASEG created adequate and conducive space for effective teaching and learning with the construction of standard school blocks and places of convenience in 4 community schools. Musa Adam is the head teacher of Balaga Presby Primary School.
Before the intervention of ASEG in our school, that is Balaga Presby Primary School, the classroom situation was something that was very, very appalling. Because we have only 3 classrooms blocks, and with that we have from class 1 up to 6, and each class was divided into 2. Class 1 facing one end of the class, and then class 1 facing one end of the class, and then class 2 facing the other side of the class. So that was the problem at Balaga Presby Primary, and actually the intervention has brought a lot of relief for the school, because there has been additional 3 classroom blocks in the school, and this means that the congestion in the classrooms has now been solved. The issue of classroom congestion has now been solved. This means that also that we cannot have every class sitting comfortably in a particular class. Especially P1 will have a separate class, P2 even up to P6. So the classroom situation has been solved.
ASEG achieved 27.5% increase in enrollment in the Star Schools from 2,999 in 2013-2014 to 3,825 in 2014-2015. Improved pupil dual desk ratio to 2:1 from 4:1 in 10 rural schools by providing 1,000 pieces of dual desks. This resulted in enhanced classroom management and better teaching and learning. ASEG also achieved an improved pupil textbook ratio from 5:1 in core subjects to an average of 2:1 in 10 rural schools by providing 7,200 copies of mathematics, English, integrated science, and ICT textbooks to schools. Abubakar Shaibu is a pupil from Yohane Presby Junior High School.
ASEG and educants have provided with the students with textbooks and dual desk furniture. The textbooks has got many impact on we the students and as well as we our masters. The textbooks has helped us to increase our reading capabilities. It has also helped our masters to make their work very simple. As we have the books to read, we also have the books to do some group works and other things. The dual desk furniture has helped us a lot. It has helped us in reducing the competition for dual desk furniture during classes, and it has helped us to feel a lot more comfortable during classes. We used to compete for dual desk furniture. 3 or 4 people will have to sit on one dual desk furniture. This was a big challenge for the school. Students usually didn't feel comfortable on sitting when they sit on one dual desk furniture. But for now, the intervention of ASEG has helped the school a lot. Students now sit on two per one desk dual desk furniture, and we have even got spare dual desk furniture left.
75 teachers' skills have been enhanced in innovative teaching methods, that is, participatory teaching and learning methodology and practices. Also, basic education certificate examination results in the first year of programs in Yohane Presby Junior High School results improved to 59% from 21% in the previous year. In their first year, Gambaga Presby Junior High School improved from 57% to 91%. Abubakar Abdul Majid is a teacher at Yohane Presby Junior High School.
ASEG, Alliance for Strengthening Education in Ghana, in partnership with Educans and other partners, have organized a lot of workshops and training for teachers of this school in capacity building and ways of improving the teaching and learning in our classrooms. We've had a lot at the Ariwa Sunshine Hotel, Sakasaka Presby, Radach Memorial, and the Nat Hall. And these workshops equip teachers with some of the basic methods, teaching methods in improving teaching and learning in the classroom. And so it has helped us as teachers to identify the proper methods to help students improve upon their capabilities in the classroom.
ASEG empowered parents and communities to play their role in school governance. Parent-teachers associations and school management committees are getting involved in many ways to contribute to the progress of their schools. PTAs and SMCs now visit schools, contribute labor and money for school projects, and have started to lobby for school projects. In addition, Baliga community lobbied the Tamale Metropolitan Assembly for a toilet and got a 10-seater toilet. Yohane School PTA and SMC, from their contributions, erected a 2-classroom pavilion to ease congestion in the school. Bambo School PTA and SMC got SNB to renovate the school 4-seater toilet and to expand it to 6-seater for use by both pupils and teachers. In addition, they managed to get the Tamale Metropolitan Assembly to construct a 2-classroom block for the kindergarten. Adam Tampuri is the SMC chairman at Baliga School.
ASEG has done a lot for our community. They provided our community a 3-unit classroom block. They brought electricity to the school. Also, they gave our school furniture and textbooks. Some parents could not afford textbooks for their children, and it was a problem to the people. But now, with the intervention of ASEG, the situation has changed. ASEG organized training for PTAs and SMCs. We now know our roles as parents.
A woman from East Mamprusi said that, now they know that they too can challenge teachers to sit up. And what she said was, her child came home with her homework book. The child did the homework, but she turned the book upside down and did the work. The teacher corrected the book, the exercise, but the teacher did not let the child know that she had turned the book upside down. So the woman went through the exercise, and the next day she went with the child to the school and said to the teacher, I went through my child's exercise book and saw that she did her homework, you corrected it. I asked her what you said to her, and she said you didn't say anything. But look, the child turns the book upside down. You should have drawn her attention to it. Or is it that you also didn't know that the child had turned? And this is an illiterate woman before we started, she was an illiterate woman. From the program, she went through adult literacy, and she's now able to read mother tongue, Mamprule, and she was able to see that the child had turned the book upside down. And so then the teacher said, "Oh, sorry, madam. Actually, I didn't take note. From now on, I'll be more particular about this." So she was saying that now they are able to put the teachers on their toes, because the teachers now know that they too are not like they were, so that the teachers can just do anything, and then nobody takes notice.
At first, we never had any idea as to why and how our children attend school. No monitoring, nothing. Until ASEG came and organized some trainings for us. Now, with the intervention of ASEG, I do monitor my children when they come back from school. One day, my daughter came from school and I inspected her homework. I realized that the child turned the book upside down.
ASEG again increased girl child enrollment and retention with the provision of girls' changing rooms and bicycles, among others, reduced incidence of teenage pregnancies as a result of formation of girls' clubs in schools and integration of sexual reproductive health and rights education in program schools. Hajia Azara Isahaku is the East Maputo District Health Education Program Officer of the Ghana Education Service.
Received several training from ASEG and Savannah Signatures. First, I attended a workshop in Tamale on My World, My Life in Savannah Signatures. This thing. It was about health education on people's. This is how to educate them on how they see changes in their group, body changing. Like the girls, when they are shooting breasts, they have some feelings or maybe they have some fears. Some may even think it's sickness. And when they are going to menstruate, the boys too, when their voices are breaking and other things. So it was basically on sexual education program where you need to educate the children so that when they see such things, they should not take it as a problem. They should not fear. And that when they are in their messes, for instance, the girls, when they are having their messes, you teach them how to maintain themselves. They should not come closer to boys to become pregnant.
When I was a child, I was once small, so now I'm grown and I've seen some body changes occurring in me. My hips become wider. I've started developing pubic hair and breast, and then later on I'll start menstruating. So I must stay away from boys.
Once I'm the school health education program officer in charge of schools in the district. I was going around the selected schools, the star schools. That was where they were having the programs ongoing. So as through my investigations and my monitoring, I realized that it has given a lot of changes into the children. The girls are able to maintain themselves when they are in their menses, and when they are also having their menses, they don't miss classes like they used to do. They will know how to handle themselves, as well as also educating their peers back at home and even in the school. And this has also brought about some reduction in teenage pregnancy, because for the first time they didn't know. Through their distance, anybody could become pregnant because they were not having the knowledge about how to keep away from men when they are in some ages or when they get to some stage. So through my monitoring and evaluation, I've realized that it has brought down it has reduced the number of teenage pregnancies in the various star schools. And we are even seeing the impact because they educate their friends from other schools which has curtailed the pregnancy issues with the teenagers in my district.